I went over to Everett's house this morning with every intention of apologizing to him for not being more understanding or sympathetic toward him, and I forgot everything I wanted to say as soon as he opened the door. His hair was still damp from the shower, and droplets of water that he must have missed when he dried off were still pebbled on his chest. Sweet Lord, that chest. I had seen Everett without a shirt plenty of times over our 20-plus years of friendship, since we spent a lot of time in the summers swimming in the lake at the camp. He was always good-looking, even as a teenager, playing sports to keep himself in shape and working out whenever he could. Praise be to Doctors Without Borders and whatever the hell they did to him. Who would have thought a doctor could look that good? That man is more ripped than anything my fantasies have ever conjured about him. I could wash my laundry on his abs and use the indents in his narrow waist to hold my cup of afternoon tea. My sleepless night worrying about him and how hurt he must have been by the things I said was quickly forgotten when he smirked at me and took way too much joy in my discomfort at being that close to him when he was half naked. I couldn't even look at him. All I could do was picture what he looked like, fully naked. Instead of apologizing and asking him to tell me the full story of what happened when he came home, something I needed to hear and dreaded hearing both at the same time, he riled me up and pissed me off. Who the hell does he think he is? Cocky, stupid asshole. I hope you're not talking about me. I jump when I hear a voice in the doorway of the office, trying not to groan when I see Grady standing there, leaning against the door jamb with his hands in the front pockets of his jeans, smiling at me. Grady Stevens, the guy I lost my virginity to the summer I graduated high school, who I broke up with a few months later when he started talking about marriage and moving in together after college, and I realized I was the biggest bitch in the world for making him think we'd ever have a future together. I only went out with him back then to make Everett jealous. I only gave him my virginity because I was hurt and pissed that it didn't work. He was a good guy, a sweet guy, but he wasn't the man of my dreams. I ran into Grady again right after Aiden died. I was sad and vulnerable, and I just wanted to feel something other than numb and angry all the time. And I found myself right back where I started with him, using him just to stop feeling so sad. Over the last couple of months, Grady has been my on-again/off-again. I don't even know what he is. According to Amelia, he's my special friend. Is he just a casual date when I have an event to attend and need a +1? Random hookup every once in a while when I'm feeling particularly lonely? I definitely wouldn't call him a friend, even though he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and I'm sure I could easily turn whatever this is into something more if I had the ability to knock down the walls I've built and let him in. But that's never going to happen. I made sure this time that he knew the score before I ever agreed to go out with him, or let him into my bed. That he understood I closed myself off from love, and what he got from me every so often would be all he'd ever get from me. He was a kind, understanding man who never pressured me for anything more. He was perfectly fine letting me drive the bus and letting me always be the one who reached out to him instead of the other way around. He had his own life away from me, running his family's championship horse racing farm and dating other women since we've never been exclusive, so it's not like he was sitting around, pining away for me or anything. What we had worked. Until now, when I completely forgot that I sent him a text and invited him out to the camp today so I could release some tension after all my sleepless nights and worry. I sent him a text before Everett showed back up into my life, and after everything that happened yesterday, I forgot to cancel. I'm so sorry, Grady. Now isn't really a good time, I tell him as I stand up behind the desk. Grady pushes off the door jamb and moves into the room. I watch him saunter toward me, and I wonder why he's never given me butterflies.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.